I want to know a bit more about. So now, let's say publishers want to figure out, they want to fight those who are copying from their website, right? How does one even get started? How do you figure out who has copied your content?
Oh, you can start simple, you can look at your SEO tools, and if you see a lot of backlinks from one of those sites, you do not feel like are part of your strategy, or might be off. You might start investigate and see, okay, those links, where do they come from, and then realize that it's actually your content with just your internal links that were kept in there. You might do some simple copy paste. You take a few sentences from some of your articles, and you check them in Google and see what comes up. And you can also use traditional um, plagiarism checkers. You provide one text or URL, and you check a few articles this way, and you might find some interesting results. That's Yeah, it's anyone can do it.
Okay, you know what? Come to think of it, I now want to go back to our blog and our SEO tool and see how much of our content is getting copied, because this happens a lot more, a lot in B2B also, by the way. Yeah, right.
It
Okay.
is. It is definitely underestimated. Like the number that, like, even for those who know there is an issue, they tend to like it's actually shocking how how many more of the articles are actually copied, much more than they thought.
Correct. Right. Okay. So let's say I've figured out that my content is getting stolen. People that there are publishers or bloggers or black hat SEOs trying to copy our content. Right. What's my next step ideally? What do I do next?
Sure. So there are many ways to act. First, you can email the domain owner, tell them, okay, I saw that those pages are infringing our copyrights. Um, Please just remove them. Or, we might go next level. And so that would work, I would say about 70% for 70% of the cases. Um, let's say they do not respond. You can still contact their hosting provider. They might be receptive. For some scammy sites doing large scale plagiarism. For those
Mhm.
sites, it goes beyond traffic. Sometimes it's also about your reputation, because if people are looking for your content, and for some reason those scammy sites get traffic, and get a good position for whatever keyword, they will feel like it's your content, your brand, but it will be filled with viruses and a lot of ads that really pollute, and so that would really give a very bad experience. And might hurt your brand. So for those sites, even if the domain owner does not respond, go to the hosting provider. Um, as we talked about, there is the
Yeah.
MCA form.
Mhm.
So it is very effective.
Uh-huh.
It can be dealt with in under an hour for simple cases.
Mhm.
If you provide the right content within this form. If you are not precise enough or do mistakes, then it can get rejected. So you better make sure that you do it properly. But it's very tedious. It's very old school. You have a lot of text to fill in. It's very long. Saying, okay, which sentence do I find in my article? Because you have to do it for every article. So
Oh my
that's
God.
also something that is very, 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 very tedious. Um, and yeah, you have to provide a lot of content and data to it. But if you do it well, it can be very effective.
Mhm.
And the last chance too is getting the help of a legal team or a lawyer. We have customers. They every time they see large-scale plagiarism from a specific domain, they go to their lawyer. They kind of estimate the level of compensation they want from all those articles being stolen, and they
Yeah,
both, from through the lawyer, they both ask for the removal of the content, and they also ask for the compensation, and that can be quite effective in making sure that the other domain does not do it again.
got it. Makes sense.